Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
It's time for the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games at Southern Utah University in Cedar City. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of a Utah sports tradition at utahsummergames.org. Participate in over 50 sports around the state. Then plan to join the opening ceremonies Friday, June 5th, presented by State Bank of Southern Utah. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games.
You're locked on to Scotty G and the coach, Tim LaComb.
Now I know y'all are tripping.
Presented by Mountain Land Supply on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Hey, remember, the Copper Rock PGA Championship giveaway starts next week. One lucky winner will receive a Callaway Copper Rock Lodged golf bag and a $100 gas gift card starting Monday. The Zone will pair the top 25 players with a qualifier, and one gets the remaining field. Be caller number 12 when we ask, and you'll be assigned a player. And if your golfer wins, then you win. It's the Copper Rock, all brought to you by Copper Rock, where the pros play. So I know you've listened to the station for a long time. It's a big deal because a lot of guys will call in and they're like, come on, Scotty Scheffler. And sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. But at least it gives you somebody to root for in the tournament coming up next week.
I told Lloyd I'm going to do my research over the weekend. I'm gonna be ready to go.
Major pain in the butt.
I'm going to have a solid lineup ready to throw out there.
Yeah, I like it. And I would like to say that I do a lot of research on mine. I usually just pull up the Vegas odds and
probably as smart as anything.
Because obviously you want to win. You have a guy that wins it, but you just need to make sure all three of your guys make the cut.
Solid.
And if they're up a third, then you're going to be okay.
So is it just the three of us?
Yep.
We don't get BT involved in that?
No, I think, I think DJ steals those guys for something similar.
All right.
But, plus, I don't want to embarrass BT or Bob.
Because they do it for a living.
They do it for a living, and we just do it for fun. And so when we do a better job than them, it just puts them in a bad spot.
Come right in over the top.
Yeah.
It's what you do.
It's not okay.
I'm excited to talk to TJ. This will be
fun. Tony Jones expected to join us coming up here in just a moment. In fact, I'm a little curious to know how Tony's handling the recent success of the New York Knicks, because honestly, as long as I've known Tony, the Knicks have not been particularly good. I know you're a fan, Tony. Are you able to put the fandom aside with this Knicks run you guys are on?
I am a fortress of professionalism.
Oh yeah, that's true. A fortress of professionalism.
Hey, that needs to be your tag on Twitter. A fortress of professionalism.
By the way, Tim, can I just wish you congratulations, man?
Tony, you are and always have been so good to me. So I appreciate it, man. You're one of the real ones out there, and I sure appreciate that.
No, you've been good to me, and I when I saw the news, when you shared it on Twitter, I was not Twitter, but IG. I was very, very happy, and the photo in the video that you and Scotty did was absolutely phenomenal. So did we become best friends? That was great.
Yeah, that was fun. No, we're having a great time, and Scotty's keeping the thing where it needs to go, and I'm just following very closely.
Yes. Absolutely.
Hey,
absolutely.
About those Knicks, and it's really kind of more of a trend, I feel like the NBA's, you see OKC really well-constructed, versatile, able to shift if they want to play certain ways or match certain lineups from the other side. I feel like the Knicks have done a great job, too, of just instilling a team. And, you get guys like Bridges, who's played the most games in the last 5 years. Just speak to what do you really feel like this team's chances are to get there, to get to the finals this year from the East?
I'm going to put my fandom aside. I'm just going to be very.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want baller Tony.
Champions.
Yes. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Okay, let me stop. All right. All right, objective head Tony, not heart Tony. I'm still going to be very complimentary. I watched I watched, because I'm covering the series because I cover the Sixers. But I watched the first 5 minutes of Game 1, and you know what I said, and you'll know this because you've had teams like this. You can watch them first 5 minutes of Game 1, and you say, "Wow, this team's been together for a while," because they know everything that they're trying to get to on offense. They know exactly where their rotations are defensively. When they get in transition, they know exactly, like Jalen Brunson's in the middle. He knows that Josh Hart is trailing. He knows that Mikal Bridges is fanning out to one side. He knows that OG Anunoby is fanning out to the other side. He knows that Cat is going to be trailing the play for the secondary break. I mean, there's just no guesswork with what the Knicks are doing right now, and it's made them a different beast for the Philadelphia 76ers than Boston was, because Boston, as good as the two J's are, around them, they were still trying, there were, multiple guys who hadn't been in the playoffs before, and the Sixers were able to walk them down in that series once Joel Embiid came back. And the Knicks are basically, Joel didn't play in Game 2, but in Game 1, the Knicks basically ran him off the floor. They pick and rolled him to death. They got to whatever they wanted it out of the drop coverage. They knew that Joel wasn't going to be able to move to play up to the levels of the screen. And it was, you just see the Knicks and you just know that, they've been through the playoff wars, and frankly, this might be their time. This might be their time to win the Eastern Conference, and if they win the Eastern Conference, I certainly give them a fighting chance against whoever comes out of the West.
Ooh, so you probably won't like my prediction that I made earlier in the show.
Give it to him.
I said that not only will Oklahoma City win the NBA title this year, they'll do it in less than 20 games.
So that's not a hot take, though.
That gives them 3 losses in the playoffs.
Right. Denver did exactly 20 games in 2023.
Yeah.
They went 16-4. If you guys remember, I covered that entire run. I covered the Nuggets for that entire run. And they went 5 against Minnesota. They went 6 against Phoenix. Phoenix was the only team to be competitive. Phoenix got that series to 2-2, and then they ran out of gas. They did 4 against the Lakers. They swept the Lakers, and they did 5 against the Miami Heat. So I still think – I don't think they're going to go 20, because I think they're going to get the Spurs next series, and that'll go at least 6. And I think that the Knicks or the Pistons are capable of taking 2 games away from them. But it very well might be 16-4, because I don't see Los Angeles taking a game from them in this series, which will make them 8-0. But the one thing I would give caution to if I was an Oklahoma City fan is that there's going to be a shock to their system after this series, because it's going to get much more competitive very quickly, because they got Phoenix didn't have a chance, and Los Angeles without Luka didn't have a chance either. But if they get the Spurs, that's going to be much more competitive, and I think the Knicks or the Pistons would be able to be competitive as well.
You watching the Minnesota San Antonio series, I assume, because you're a ball. You cover so many teams, but you're also just a ball guy.
So it's ironic that you say that, because I haven't watched much of that series.
Oh, really?
Okay. And the reason why is because covering the Sixers and the Knicks, both of those games have started concurrent to the second half of the Sixers and the Knicks, which meant, obviously they're still going after the game, but I have to do post game and I have to do interviews and I have to actually work for a living. And I haven't been. So I watched the last 3 minutes in game one, and then I watched maybe 4 or 5 possessions of game two. But I've seen the entirety of every other game of every other series, just not that one.
But that does appear to be a drag-out, knockout fight between those two teams. I love Minnesota. I love what they're doing. I love Anthony Edwards and his willingness to just say, screw it, I'm going to go out there and play. San Antonio may be too much for him, but I'm really enjoying this one.
I think there's a real chance that Minnesota runs out of gas in this series.
Yeah, I can see that.
In the later games. I think if Minnesota has any chance of winning this series, they got to win both of these home games this weekend. Because even if they win both of these home games, I still think that there's a chance that San Antonio wins the last 3 games of the series and wins in 7. Just because San Antonio's backcourt, the depth and, the defensive pressure that they're able to exhibit, their youth and the way that they're able to shuttle guys in and out. There's only so much legs that Bones Highland can have against that. So, I do think, obviously, Minnesota has a chance to win game 3. But then, if they do win game 3, then game 4 is going to end up. It's very similar to Denver and Oklahoma City last year, a series that I covered. Denver went up 2-1, and we all said, everybody was covering Denver, like, they're not going to win the series if they don't win game 4, and they did not win game 4. They were up 10 with about 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and then SGA just went crazy down the stretch. And they walked them down, tied the series at 2-2. In Denver's last gasp was like game 6, and then Oklahoma City ran away with game 7. But that's the thing. Every other day in these series, the team it's often attrition, and the teams that are the healthiest wins, the teams that have the most legs wins, and often the teams that are the youngest win.
Mike Conley also played like 24 minutes in that game, and he only played over 20 minutes like 20 times this year. So, like you said, without DiVincenzo too, that's going to be tough. Is Wemby going to be the MVP next year and start a run for a while?
I think that he and Shea are the 2 best players in the world right now.
Right.
And I think that I think that this is about to be really, really near future. It's going to be his league. The things I'm pretty sure he's going to end up being the best defensive player we've ever seen. And once his offense catches up, he's obviously great offensively, but I think that there's still things that you can do to game plan against him from the defensive side of the ball. You can still, put a Julius Randle on him and just kind of push him and root him out and, do some things with him. Once you can't do that anymore, it's going to be him and LeBron at the top, and Michael Jordan's going to be third.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, LeBron's number 1.
Oh, no,
Sorry,
no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just going to keep it civil. I love you, man. I do. I really do. And everybody's entitled to whatever they feel.
Even if it's wrong?
LeBron's number 1, and it's not close. That's the real take. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, and again, I still love you. Nothing changes that.
I just want to caution the people who are enjoying this interview to really, really enjoy the rest of it, because it might be a long time before I'm invited back on this show.
No,
come on. Look, TJ, Coach isn't mad. He's just disappointed in you. That's all. It's
even worse.
No, Tony, I'm neither. These guys can't put words in my mouth. I don't get into territorial, fragmented stuff like that.
I will say, Tony, you caused a stir on this station the last time you were on, and it turned into a social media frenzy to the point where I'm like, please, can you, all you people out there, please just remove my handle from this, because I'm tired of getting into all your fights. You said that if the Jazz are able to get A.J. DeBonsa in this draft, that they will win a title. Not just get to an NBA Finals, they will win a title, I think you said, in like 3 or 4 years. Do you still stick with that?
Oh, I still stick with that. I stand by that.
That's my guy.
And I'm actually, you know what? I'll stamp that one. I'm with him on that
Can
one.
you imagine A.J. DeBanza at the 2, and you've got Lowry Market and Walker Kessler and Jaren Jackson Jr. Oh, by the way.
Oh, Ace, you want to get some minutes?
You have Ace Bailey and you have Keontae George. I mean, that is an insanely versatile and talented group. I mean, it would be, if the Jazz get A.J. DeBanza and they have all of those weapons, you're taking $50-60 million in cap space this year, and you're saying you're going to any veteran that's helpful and saying, look at what we have. This team would be ready to. This team would win 50 games next year instantly.
Yes,
and be a top 4 seed in the Western Conference.
Tell me this: was when you heard about the Jackson trade, what was first thing that went through your mind with that? Like, you can't help how you feel. Like, you hear it. What did you think?
I was shocked. That was the initial, because I knew, I mean, it was obvious that the Jazz did not want to win. So, you're shocked that you make a trade for a winning player, and then you analyze the trade and you say, oh, okay, in a bubble, in a vacuum, this is a good trade. But then you realize, they're not really going to play Jaren that much.
Yeah,
exactly.
Then you objectively look towards, this is what they're going to have next year. This is, this is good. So, it makes a lot of sense. Him and Lowry are going to be, very dangerous as booking forwards. And I think that, when you look at this team next year, you're going to be able, as long as this team is healthy, you're going to be able to keep 2 of Keontae George, Lowry Market, and Walker Kessler or Jaren Jackson Jr. on the floor at all times. That's pretty good.
Okay, let's say that the Jazz are picking at 3. Knowing what they have on that roster, do you go Boozer or do you go Caleb Wilson?
I'm going Caleb Wilson.
I agree.
Ball knower. He's a ball knower. That's right where I'm at, too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going Caleb Wilson because I'm just looking at that upside. I love Cameron Boozer. I see him as a 18-10 to 20-10 guy for a decade. I just don't think that he has a superstar gear. So if you're picking top 3, whether this works out or whether it doesn't, I want to draft somebody that I think has a superstar gear. And I think Caleb Wilson has it. I think Darren Peterson has it. I think A.J. DeBanza has it. I actually think Keaton Wagler has it, but I'm not picking Keaton Wagler over Cameron Boozer.
The interesting thing is I look at it every year, and obviously there's a pecking order, and I don't know how much agents influence all that stuff, but the Jazz last year did just that. They had the opportunity, and he fell, but Ace Bailey's on that list. Don't you feel like he's got that superstar gear?
I think he does have the superstar gear, absolutely. And it's funny that we laud the the 2026 draft is rightfully being as good and as deep as it is and as talented as it is, it's going to be really hard for many drafts to beat the top 5 of this draft. Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe. I think VJ Edgecombe could be the next Anthony Edwards.
He's incredible, man.
He's special. And I'm going to break some news on VJ Edgecombe. Okay. I'm finally ready to come out of the closet. So listen to this.
Okay.
So do you remember when the Rookie of the Year voting came out a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
There was one person who voted.
Yes.
VJ got one vote, one second place vote. It was me.
We know that guy.
Love it.
It was me.
That's fun.
I didn't say anything on Twitter because I was looking at like all of the whoever voted gave VJ Edgecombe the second place vote should be tied up on a stake and burned alive. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like,
I better.
I don't want to jump into this.
I better lay low for a while.
The evil Kermit was like looking at me like, "Do it." And, well, yes, it was me.
That's awesome.
But now that VJ's actually been on a playoff stage, and you guys, people have seen what he is. That's why I voted him second.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this: did you go Con or Flag number 1?
Oh, I went Flag 1.
See, okay, look, this is the problem I have with that is that Cooper's going to get all the accolades. Like, he's going to go down as one of the greatest. He's going to win MVPs, titles. Can we just let Con have this one? He had the better overall season. Let's just let Con have that one.
I don't agree that he had the better overall season.
He absolutely did have the better season.
I think this is why I voted Cooper over Con. You're comparing a guy who was a number 1 option all season to a guy who was a number 3 option all season. So, yeah, Con had a great season. But, I mean, Cooper, this guy was at the very top of everybody's scouting report, and he was setting records of his own. Now, I'm going to give you a reason why I voted. This is the reason why. What is wrong? My ice machine is going crazy in the background. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
The reason why I voted VJ number 2, and this is why I voted VJ number 2, because I thought that he was the best defensive rookie on the perimeter this year with Cedric Howard out of Memphis. I thought that those two were the best defensive perimeter rookies by far, and it's hard to guard point of attack as a rookie, and VJ Edgecombe did it, and he did it extremely well. He was Philadelphia's best perimeter defender this year. And the second reason, which is a lot more inside baseball, but it's my reason nonetheless, he was the only rookie in the class that had to scale all 5 responsibility positions this year. He had to be the number 1 option. He had to be the number 2 option. He had to be the number 3 option, the number 4 option. And in the rare instances where Joel Embiid and everybody else was healthy, he was the number 5 option. So he had to take on so many hats this season on both sides of the basketball. Still averaged 16, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, or whatever he did. And he did it for a team that made the playoff, not only made the playoffs, but made the playoffs without 2 of its 3 best players for most of the season. That's why I voted on number 2.
We'll agree to disagree on a few topics.
I can't believe you're dissing my guy.
Hey, let's not get this guy.
And he had to play with one of the ball boys. I mean, come on, that's not easy.
Hey, whose idea was it to have this naysayer on here?
I know,
today?
right?
Yeah, I'm just kidding, man. This is sports. This is what we do.
TJ, man, I love chatting with you so much. I hope you're having a good time back there in Philadelphia. You know we miss you, but we're going to get you on as much as possible, especially during the season, all right?
Absolutely. We're going to do the video thing, too.
Yes.
So tell Lloyd to never fear.
Yeah. We're going to make that happen.
And you get out here, you better call us because we're going to break bread, okay?
We're going to go buy you a meal or 2.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not buying me anything. I'm gonna do the
go
LeBron
Dutch.
James thing in that movie, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, okay, you owe 33.
Hey, I will say this. LeBron's a hell of an actor. He did a good job in that movie.
Oh, he did a great job in that movie. But when he said, "See, I told you these refills weren't free."
Hey, you've seen him roll around on the floor plenty for no reason. He's a great actor.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I'll leave it at that.
Oh,
No, we'll just
you
get little
cannot take
things.
shots at my favorite player. That's the best player in the world to you.
I thought last night his
Ever.
wrist broke. I mean, the way he landed, but he was okay. He was good.
He was okay. His hip broke. That was a foul. They should have called it.
I know they should have. It was awful.
Well,
he gets hit, and he gets more fouled worse
Oh, yeah.
than any
He
star
gets
player.
the worst whistle in the history of the NBA, according to JJ.
Superstar. Agreed.
You're the man, TJ.
All right, Tony, we'll see you soon, man.
Okay, I'm going to take my wife out for a sandwich for Mother's Day.
That works. Yep.
Hey,
That does not work.
hold on a second. It's on my ledger. Yeah, that passes.
Yeah.
You're good.
I think you'll be fine.
All right.
All right.
I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for having me.
You got it. There he is. Tony Jones. Man, I love that dude. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Yeah, he came on the air as one of the friends and said, oh, yeah, Jazz are going to win a title in 3 years. And, of course, our crack promotional staff threw that on a little video, and that sucker went viral.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Because I watch and listen. I actually probably heard it the day you did it. But TJ's great. He does such a good job. He's got a good basis because he's seen so much, and he covers a bunch of different teams. I love having him on. He's just in error a little bit on who he thinks the GOAT is.
Yeah. All right, 11:31, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Fired up for our next guest coming up at 12:05, Randy Bennett. Yes, the head coach of Arizona State, longtime head coach of St. Mary's, good friend of Coach LaComb's. He's going to join us coming up in 30 minutes from right now. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good night's sleep.
It's time to saddle up and talk about the winners and the losers. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, here's the good.
97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Hey, remember the Zone and Beehive Mills honoring people that impact youth sports in our communities. Nominate the youth sports volunteer you know for the Beehive Mills Hero of the Week at KSLSports.com/contest. All right, it is your good, it is your bad, it is your ugly. There's a couple things here on the good in regards to Connor McDavid. Yesterday, he starts firing up his social media of him and his dog out on a boat. And where is that boat? It's in Utah. Now, Connor McDavid still under contract. He will be a highly sought-after free agent if he allows himself to reach free agency. If not, he may get traded next year or after next year if they can't figure things out with him and Edmonton. But he was not happy at the end of the season. We played some of his comments. Well, he continued on and talked about some of the teams that Edmonton has essentially been passed up by.
This year felt like there was a big turnover. Those young teams are not young, losing teams. They're really good teams with great players. San Jose is the same way. You know, how long before Chicago figures it out? Utah's right there, too. So it was a big changeover year, and we got to get going.
Utah's right there, too. We got to get going.
They could just really use the best player in hockey.
Yeah, I think that would
put him over the edge.
That'd be all right. If Connor, look, if you're not happy in Edmonton, and look, Edmonton, there's not a lot of cities like that are professional sports cities where you can say, you know what, everything about Salt Lake City is better than that city. Guess what? everything about Salt Lake City is better than Edmonton.
I've never been, but I assume that's the fact.
Neither have I.
Jack.
But you know what? I feel pretty comfortable saying that.
Yeah, it's not on my, to-do list. Need to get to Edmonton for whatever reason. I want to go to, like, Banff.
Sure.
There's
Toronto.
Toronto's great.
I mean,
I spent 16 hours in Toronto. It was a great city.
You loved it.
The
Loved
world
it.
traveler.
Yes. That trip from the bus to the arena to the airport, fantastic.
And the best part about it is you had like 20 minutes to figure it all out and get to the airport. It seemed like that one floored me even, Lloyd. I was doing pre-half post as I always do, and I was driving to the up to the arena. It was a Sunday game, correct?
Yep.
And I can't remember, but somebody called me and said, "Yeah, Boulder's doing today's game, or Boulder's out today. Scotty's in." Whoa.
I was calling a Utah.
Because you called them, we texted the night before.
Yeah, I called the Utah State game. I was in Logan on Saturday. Fortunately, it was a day game. Utah State was playing San Diego State, and Jeremy Bruner in the middle of the game. And usually I try not to look at my phone during the game, but it popped up on my computer. And I messaged, and it's from Jeremy Bruner. He said, "Hey, do you have your passport? Or do you have an active passport?" And I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Good, because I've got you booked on a overnight red-eye flight to Toronto. Buller's out. Locke's going to go to TV." He's like, "Are you down?" I'm like, "Hell yes. Let's
You're going
go."
to Canada.
Then you told Bruno, you said, but I have a show I have to do on Monday.
I got back for the show.
Did you?
Yes, absolutely I did. No, I did.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah, you worked because I remember how tired you were at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I was a mess, but I did it.
But did you?
Did you?
But did you really? Okay. All right.
That's the Lloyd. But did you really?
Physically, I was here. Mentally, maybe not so much. All right, but Connor McDavid, come on down. Look, you like the vacation here. Obviously, you like the scenery. Obviously, there's a lot about the state that you admire. You admire the team. You think they're there. Utah's right there. So let's just make this marriage happen.
What if you had to give up? What would you be willing to give up?
No more rock stars.
No. Okay, I'm actually talking about because it's going to take assets. It's going to take players.
No, me not giving. Yeah.
No. It's going to take players from the Mammoth that you'd have to get. Yamamoto might be gone.
You know what? In Edmonton, they might do it for the Mammoth.
Yeah. Send up the
Straight
Mammoth.
across.
Yep.
Because that's the whole thing with the Mammoth. They have all these young assets that are up and comers.
Okay.
And
We'll give you the Mammoth and Mike Folta in exchange for Connor McDavid.
Mike, I do not back what he's
And
saying,
hey,
Mike.
and if you
you're
really
listening,
push
Mike,
us, we'll throw in Adrian Denny.
Yeah, I don't know. Adrian might be a deal breaker.
you're going to throw in broadcasters.
I'll go ahead and throw him in. The Mammoth, what are you thinking?
Oh, man.
Two very capable guys, because I listen to them a lot when I'm driving.
And by the way, Mike's great. That's
Mike's
why.
great.
That's why he's valuable.
There's value. No,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. There's a value there.
Yeah.
So I get it. I understand. You're not just like getting rid of it because there's no value here. Why not? No, I get it.
And I hear what you're saying too, Lloyd, but I say, I don't, you're not going to give up the farm per se, but the bottom line is you're bringing in a whole lot there.
No,
And you win now.
Yeah, I that's the farm. I give up the farm. All right. Logan Cooley and others for Connor McDavid. You have to do it.
It would have to be, for me, I'd have to see it in a list, like a shopping list.
Yeah.
All right. For a guy that can't get it done, that can't win a Stanley Cup.
Wow. Look, you cannot rip a future member of the Utah Mammoth.
I know.
Like that.
I'll say it now, and then I'll back it up when he comes.
We'll go back and delete it.
I know what the headline should be on that day. McMammoth. McMammoth move.
Yeah. No, that's not car crash material. That was good. All right, let's get to that's the good. Let's get to the bad.
Now the bad.
Hey, you were probably part of some, practice skirmishes. You probably saw some stuff. You had some competitive dudes down there. I could see Tavinari mixing it up with somebody in practice.
A lot of fights.
It's a common thing, right?
Yeah, it always seems to happen early when it's the old stages of team building, right?
Yeah.
You learn that in sports psychology. Forming, storming, norming, and performing.
Norming?
Forming, storming,
Yeah.
norming, just kind of figuring out day to day,
okay. All right.
and performing.
Wow.
I learned that from Dr. Hall at University of Utah.
Look at that. Well, apparently Real Madrid thinks that's not such a good idea. A fight between teammates, and each one has been fined $589,000 after a fight in the locker room. That's a pretty hefty amount of money.
That seems hefty to me.
Between teammates?
Between teammates. Both teammates have been fined.
Not opposing teams.
No.
Just in a practice training
And fined by the team, not by the league or anything. Just like, all right, you know what? We're having a hard time making payroll, so let's ding these guys each $600K.
It probably turned into one of those. It probably turned into one of those WWE things, with trash cans and
chairs, folding chairs getting thrown around,
brooms and employees being thrown around. Just these two guys just had enough.
Our guy Napolis over here will not have any soccer slander going on.
I'm not slandering it, but that is in theory, that is a heck of a way to get some of the money you pay guys back.
Yeah. How often, though, in the course of that fight, did somebody go down and, like, grab an ankle and start screaming? And, like, and then
they had to pause.
They brought the stretcher out and took him out of the locker room.
After the first punch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then they come out. You're going to be okay. You just literally just barely scratched your forehead.
Yeah. Didn't even draw any blood.
Okay, commence.
Let's go. Round 2. Fight.
We played to the stretcher. We're going to play. Do you remember the early versions of Madden had a stretcher?
Oh, yeah.
And an ambulance?
Yeah.
I remember they'd come out and you'd put your guy on the stretcher, put him in the ambulance, drive him off.
Have you played like the new Maddens?
I haven't. I want to get back into it. It's been years, but I love that
awful.
stuff.
Well,
terrible.
The problem is it's like hard now.
It's really hard,
like,
and these kids are so much better. Like Xavier smokes me on it. I don't even want to play. Like it's not fun.
We were just playing arcade version.
Yeah, the A/B button and the little up, down, right, left, and that's it.
But it's all the AI that's in the games now, and they've made it so real. Like you got to have pre-snap reads and everything, right?
Yeah.
Or else you're in big trouble.
I just want Tech Mobile. Give me like 4 plays to choose from, and let's go.
Keep it simple.
This is an ugly. Or I'll do the ugly. Can I do the ugly?
Sure. Yeah.
Right, this is the ugly.
And of course, the ugly.
In the theme of video games, just the weekend I just started looking around on my phone.
You're going to admit this.
Yes. And I'm even going to say the name of the app even. I got into hockey, and I'm like, I want to find a hockey video game I can just play. I'm waiting for something or hanging out. So I looked them up, and there's a app called Pocket Hockey. And at first I thought it sounded painful, but it's literally called Pocket Hockey, and it's just, because you play it on your phone. So it's what it is. It's a 3-on-3 game, I think, and it's a mini little rink, and you have to flip your phone sideways, and all the controls are just with your thumbs. Well, I'm here to tell you after about 5 days, I got carpal tunnel so bad, and my thumbs are so bruised. I've been playing this game. I'm so into hockey all of a sudden. I'm hitting one-timers across the
So every
crease.
time you're in the bathroom and sitting on the toilet, you're playing?
Hey, you don't need to. I am at this mic when I need to be, and other than that, in this job, my friend, talk to HR.
Yeah.
Because my time here is limited, you see.
Pocket Hockey.
It's called Pocket Hockey. But I was playing it last night, and then the other thing is you're playing other people, so it matches you up against people.
Oh, okay.
And there's all sorts of trash talk, right? So somebody scores, and they're like, this is an easy game, And then I get mad, and I score, and I put, ha, 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 buddy.
That'll show them.
So anyway, last night I was playing it, and my wrists, the ugly part is when you get old, this stuff, I used to do all sorts of stuff, and now it hurts so bad.
You hurt your wrist playing a video game. Man.
And my thumbs. My thumbs are like, oh, yeah, just, because I was so intense.
Yeah.
Develop some blisters.
I'm surprised you didn't, crack the screen of your phone.
I figured it just shows better when they see us who we are. I like, in my spare time, I like to play video games.
Well, I think the downloads of Pocket Hockey just went through the roof.
Check it out. It's really fun.
Because I'm actually going to download that. You know what I wanted to do, and I don't think they're around much anymore, but I wanted all of us to get like poker video games and have a poker night on our video games, but with listeners.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. If anybody knows a good poker game for the, are you a PS5 guy or are you a...
For getting to know the listeners' purposes only,
right.
by the way.
And,
No. This is all entertainment purposes.
You guys know my network. I could invite, like, Chauncey Billups to show up at it or something.
Like, man, Chauncey won again? What? Another one, Chauncey? What's going on? I can't believe that.
I actually do know Chauncey, but, yeah. I wouldn't invite him to play poker. That would mean the game would be stacked against you, apparently.
Yeah, and you might have some mob bosses, yeah. Okay, a little late on that, but, yeah, you are tight with Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, the wiring on the horn's broken. We need to get that fixed. That was one of the issues with when the guy was looking over the car. The horn wasn't, so his wig kept falling off.
We're bringing this full circle.
You always have to. It's a humor cycle.
11:50, about 15 minutes away from Randy Bennett, new head coach at Arizona State, longtime coach at St. Mary's, will join us coming up at 12:05 right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Utes, Cougars, and Aggies. When it comes to sports in Utah, we've got you covered. This is Scotty G and the coach, Tim LaComb, presented by Mountain Land Supply on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Nice. Straight up. Hey, this Mother's Day, give her more than just a gift. Give her comfort that she'll feel every single day. It's Mother's Day deals going on right now at Minky Couture. We were out there yesterday. You can still get 50% off those Minky blankets. All you have to do is go online at minkycouture.com. Okay, normally I would say get it online. Sure, there's a lot of convenience there. It's probably not going to make it to you by Sunday. So what I would suggest, there's so many great Minky Couture locations all up and down the Wasatch Front. Just find one and go in there and say Zone 50 and grab your blanket and you're good to go. And so you know it'll be there for your mom, your wife, whoever, right there on Mother's Day.
So I got a couple texts yesterday. One of them from a buddy of mine I went to high school with, and Jake texted me and said he heard us on the radio, and they right during the show went over to Spanish Fork location, the Orem location, and got a Minky.
Nice.
So got two Minkies actually.
Oh, love it.
Because how could you not with those prices?
Well, yeah. When yesterday when we do live remotes there, they give us a little extra. So we were at 55% yesterday. And, you might as well grab two. Let's go.
So that's still going on, Zone 50.
Yeah, it'll go through tomorrow night.
Right.
So you can go through any of those Minky Couture locations and just say, I'm going to need a blanket, and I'm going to need to be a hero on Mother's Day. I cannot screw it up. I'm already got my gas station flowers, your 7-Eleven flowers. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
I mean, at least go to Smith's.
Yeah, exactly. Get a high class flowers. And then go make a good meal, and then give her a Minky blanket and give her the remote and leave her alone. Take the kids and just give her space.
And give her the day off.
Give her the day off.
Yep.
Don't let her think about food. Don't think about cooking anything. Don't think about cleaning up anything. Just make sure everything's all taken care of.
Well, if I did that, I'd be in big trouble this week because my daughter's not around. We've got three. So it would be me.
Oh, the twins.
And Hank. And I don't think I could do that by myself. So we'll figure this out.
You'll take a good portion of it.
I got her a Minky yesterday, though.
Yes, you did.
So I already gave it to her. She loves it.
Yeah.
Matches the new couch.
Good eye on that, too, by the way.
And it was a perfect match.
All right, Randy Bennett's going to join us coming up next. You've had a lot of battles with him throughout the years.
Yeah, this guy's tough, man. And I'm telling you, just couldn't be more pleased for him. A guy that was loyal as the day is long to St. Mary's. And I think that'll be why we talked to him some about is, what finally made it okay to leave and, what he's thinking about being back where he grew up in Arizona. So it'd be awesome to have Coach on and people can get to know him outside the scowl and the oversized shirt on the sideline.
97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Randy Bennett next, right here on the Zone.